Daniel here from the Next Issue Podcast. On today's video, I'll be doing a review for Avengers, X-Men, and Eternals, Eve of Judgment #1. This is a prelude book to the event that's coming up, Judgment Day, where the X-Men, the Avengers, and the Eternals will face off against one another. Let's take a look at the creative team before we get into more details of the book. This book is written by Kieron Gillen, with art by Pasqual Ferry, colors by Dean White, and letters by Clayton Cowles. So in this book, the first shot is fired. Judgment Day is coming. The Eternals know that the mutants have conquered death, but what are they going to do about it? The oldest immortals on Earth eye up the newest, and the doomsday clock starts to tick toward Judgment Day. So yeah, I think this event really does feel. I would say, I guess the main, I would call it a downside. It's that it doesn't feel like you can go into this event if you haven't been reading at least the Eternals book and the X-Men book. I feel, or maybe even the Immortal X-Men book that Kieron Gillen's also writing. Um, I think there's a lot of knowledge that this book. I think one of the reasons this book exists, this specific issue, is to remind us of some of the stuff that's been going on. So let me show you some preview pages. As you can see here, the narrator is Earth, the machine, the Eternals machine. So if you've been reading the Eternals book, you will know that that is the same case, that the narrator. That's why there's so much narration on these issues, is because the machine, aka Earth, is also speaking to the reader. So you can kind of see there's definitely a lot of recap if you don't want to go back and read everything. So I don't think you'll be completely lost. There may be a few things that take you a little while, but Kieron Gillen is such a good writer that he really manages to explain things in a very succinct way. And then also the art team, whoever is teaming up with Kieron on that specific book, and this one, it would be Pasqual. Really captures, like, like the feel of what's going on, at least. Like it really ties into things with the narration. I will say this: I just finished reading the Eternal series, so going from that art, Izad Ribic's art, to this art was a little bit different. There was some dissonance there on my part, just because the Eternals have had this specific look for me throughout really like 12 issues now. But I think Pasqual Ferry and Dean White managed to do some really cool things. Here we see there's their initial solution, which is just a bomb. So for those that don't know, the Eternals, their main mission is to exterminate deviants that get too far off the deviant path, that deviate too much. Extreme deviations, they call them. And now that the X-Men, or that the mutants, have conquered immortality, the Eternals feel like that's an extreme deviation. So that's kind of what's leading all up to this. We also know that some of the other Eternals are kind of in the offs with everyone else, like Icarus, and they're actually living with some of the deviants in Lemuria. So this book is really good at catching you up on everything. So I really understand why, although I don't like that we have to buy some extra books. I think I would, I want to make these videos so you know what you're kind of buying, not just as far as like the quality of the story, but like, we're going to take a look at everything that's coming out. There's a lot of books to read for this event. So I want to kind of let you guys know what are these things, what's going on, which books are more essential than others. So I'll try to make videos for some of this stuff if you guys want to check it out, and I won't go into any spoilers, so I'll try to avoid the spoilers for the most part. For sure, you definitely want this one, and the Judgment Day #1, of course, feel like the must get items for July. But yeah, we'll see what happens with all these tie-ins. I don't know how this is going to affect the ongoing series as well, because just looking at this page of tie-ins, some of my favorite X-Men series are part of this event: Immortal X-Men, X-Men Red. So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing how the stories that we've seen so far are affected by this event. But you guys let me know, have you been reading Eternals and X-Men? Like, are you ready? I don't really mention Avengers because I feel like their story is the most disconnected from the event. I also haven't been reading, but I will definitely try to read Avengers, at least the last arc, before this. But yeah, I feel like the Avengers are kind of stuck in the middle of just because they live on Earth. They really have not. They're not really a big part of the conflict, other than the conflict is going to take place where they live. So yeah, as always, thanks for watching, everyone. Remember to share, like, subscribe, hit the bell so you know when we go live. That is most Sundays, 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. Stay tuned because we have more comic reviews, trailer reactions, TV recaps, all that fun stuff here in the channel. So thanks for watching, everyone. Bye bye.